While school districts across the nation are battling teacher shortages, mask mandates, vaccinations, and hybrid educational modules, the administration of the American Federation of Teachers convened in Washington, D.C. for their annual conference.
This is by the people, for the people, about the people. This is us. And this is our democracy. And I love this country, the United States of America. I want to be nowhere else in the world. But because I love her so much, I reserve the right to criticize her every day and get her right. We are at the American Federation of Teachers Human, Civil, and Women's Rights Conference. This is a critical time in the history of the United States of America, and we have over 200 people here who are activists, who want to help, who are trying to pivot this country in the direction of human civil rights for everybody, regardless of your race, your zip code, your background, or your station. Everybody deserves a modicum of respect as a human being.
UTD President Randy Weingarten delivered a moving speech of inclusion, advocacy, and hope, while Carla Matz, UTD President, delivered.
And we're talking about issues that matter. We're talking about immigration. We're talking about school-to-prison pipeline. We're talking about what educational justice looks like. How we have to fight back when we're being defunded at the national level, how we protect children, how we take care of making sure that children, no matter who they are, what they believe in, are not bullied in our schools. There's so many issues. And unless you've lived that experience, you don't know what it's like. And so what we're learning here today is not only to fight back, push hard, and make sure that we're protecting children and communities, but how we do it and how we build coalitions. So we're super excited about being here, and of course we want to make sure that our members and non-members know about the work that United Teachers of Dade is doing and how we're bringing our communities together to talk about these important issues.
Attendees included teachers, professional staff, federal employees, social workers, and early childhood educators on a quest of helping the millions of children receiving public education. Tony White, first Vice President of United Teachers of Dade.
Women's Rights Conference, where we're going to tackle some very important issues. One of the most important, in my estimation, will be the preservation of our democracy. As we continue to look around the country, we see that there's a certain group of people who feel that they are above the law. We're having to subpoena people to do things that should be done naturally. And we're in a divided society now that we must correct in order for our children to strive and survive this society. This AFT conference is one that has some highly controversial topics of discussion, but all good conversations should be tough conversations when you're talking about human rights, voting rights, civil rights, and women's rights. So we're glad that we have about 200 in-person participants this year for it, about 300.
Schools to your hospitals, and helping people really coalesce around the vision of a new America. So my book is called Sounds of Soul and Spirit. Let's look at what these three amazing cultures have brought us. Salsa, for example, is America's favorite condiment. Yeah. It's also a racy dance that has an extra beat. But to have salsa in la vida, to have salsa in your life, is to love your work, to have that vision for the future, right? It's to be involved in meaning and purpose. So Latinos are bringing salsa to America. And Latinos have this thing about celebrating life's diversity. Because we are black, brown, yellow, Chino, Latinos, we are white, we are mixed. The recent statistics show that 25% of us identify as Afro-Latino. Another 25 as indigenous. Almost 45% they have white blood because of the European conquest. Latinos are a mixed group, and we celebrate that mixture and that diversity. That's what gives us our self-centeredness. Latinos also have this thing called life-work balance. That's important for activists. We have to have that balance. And I'm glad to see Feliciana, the one that's on working with the trainer. Way to go, baby. He's getting this life-work balance going. You gotta take care of yourself if you're gonna go for the long haul. You gotta take care of yourself if you're gonna go for the long haul. So We love to work. We love to contribute through work. But we spend more money on food, entertainment, going out to eat. Latinos invented the word fiesta. We spend more money on cell phones so we can connect, so we can relate.
Equality and justice for all was the message, but self-care always followed. Teachers, educators, United Teachers of Dade, we're here for you. For more information on United Teachers of Dade, tune in this Sunday with Conversation with Charito, October 31st at 12 noon Eastern Time on excitementradio.com.